Okay, so this is just kind of hopefully an informative video for anyone that is wanting to learn kind of Dave Matthews style. About 12 years ago, this might be either cool or really sad, I have no idea, but I wanted to learn just every Dave Matthews song that I possibly could, everything that they'd written from the beginning up until now, um, and through that, I kind of learned. I just picked up kind of his style, different things that to teach people. I picked up different chord progressions that he uses in a lot of the songs. I want to just kind of go over that. I want to kind of go over his style to help people, just to help people play better, to help them have a little bit more of that sound that he has, because I think that's why he draws so many people. Is just for the fact that he has such a unique sound. I don't think he's the greatest guitar player of all time or anything like that, but he just has such that cool, unique sound that's so fun to play. And if you practice, it gets easier, I promise, because he has a lot of stretches and things that are pretty difficult in the beginning. But hopefully this can kind of help you understand his style a little bit, and help you to play it a little bit better. So I'll try and make this quick. I don't want this video to be too long and boring, because I tend to ramble on. But the first thing I want you to pay attention to is that I've noticed with the way that Dave Matthews plays, and a lot of guitar players play it this way. I just specify him because I've studied so much of his guitar playing. He has such a unique ability to be able to strum all six strings while you're only maybe hearing two. Stay is a really good example of that. If you watch the video from listener supported, you can see him strumming that, and that's all six strings, and you're hearing the D and the G string. So pay attention to that. That's something I really worked on, and it really helped my sound. I'm by no means as anywhere near as good as Dave Matthews at any of these songs, but I've kind of worked enough to get that sound, that unique sound. So another thing on a lot of the fingering that he does, he tends to use that fat part of your palm to mute the strings. And like I said, I know a lot of guitar players do this. I think he just does it exceptionally well to add a little bit more emotion to songs and things like that. Like if you watch the Benaroya Hall video from '02, and really anytime he plays the Stone solo, he tends to start off really muted, and then builds. And then, he'll go into that kind of post-chorus. Builds up, and then he'll kind of go into like, I need so, and then it builds up into that, just kind of that muted fingering, and then the strumming is very powerful. That's the thing to focus on as far as just getting that really good tone that he has. Just really work on paying attention to just kind of the subtleties that make it so good. Just muting things, and then really just powerfully. That was always my problem. Was I play with a really tight wrist, kind of, and you don't get as good of a sound whenever you're using that really tight wrist. So just sit there and practice. He plays with the closed palm a lot. Just sit there and just. So just try and really work on that wrist action. That's what gives it a really good sound. And this goes for playing any song by any artist, I think. But I'm just specifying Dave Matthews again because I know it so well. And let's see, going into some different chord progressions that he uses on a lot of songs that'll make learning his songs, I think, a little bit easier. If you look at, you know, Too Much. It's that same chord progression that you're going to use for Trippin' Billies. And the list goes on. He uses that. He plays it differently in some songs. Like Lover to Lay Down, it's the same thing, but just differently. Played differently. And another chord progression that still uses the same bass notes, you know, basic, just recently. And even that chord down here and recently is part of, you can break it down into part of number 41. And goes on. So you have that. Another one he uses a lot is the one from Warehouse. It's in Satellite, number 34. And so then Satellite, same thing. It's just that initial, just Warehouse. Raven. Number 34 is and so on. You get the drift. Like I said, I didn't want this video to go too terribly long. The thing I want people to focus on to help them out a little bit, to help me out, is just that strumming, muting. Work on, you don't want to strum, you don't want to sound messy. Get it. Because he plays with a lot of open strings, and you don't really want to hear those open strings. And Two Step's a great example. Sounds a little bit better. So he plays more open as you get down here. So, keep it a little bit muted maybe down here. And like I said, the list goes on. This video is going a little longer than I had hoped it would. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much, but hopefully it's helped you out a little bit. Any songs that you guys would like to see posted or learn, I can do any of them. So just let me know in the comments. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. Any questions or anything, I'll try and help you out and get back to you. Thanks.